Shalom, shalom, and welcome, or hello, Shabbat Shalom to those of you who are aware and honor and seek to guard the Shabbat. I say Shabbat Shalom. Today is November 8th, 2014. It is the 7th day of the week as we know it according to this calendar. This is Yasharal's time. It is an end time series, if you're tuning in for the first time, an end time series of messages I am compelled to present, as I believe I am compelled to present by the Spirit of Yahusha Messiah. My brothers and sisters, soon and very soon we will witness proof. Proof comes, and it will not tarry, it will not retreat. We will come to discover what is indeed set apart, what is righteous in the eyes of the Most High Father, the Almighty Creator. An awakening nation is emerging. A group of individuals consisting of, yes, Hebrews or Bari, of whom many thought do not exist because of race mixing. Though races may have mixed, though man may have tried in every way to try to hide the chosen of the Almighty Father, they could not mix the spirit of a man, the spirit of a woman, the spirit of a child. They cannot impede nor can they stop what must be fulfilled. Though there is a passage that says we are neither Greek nor Hebrew, nor bond nor free, keep in mind though, my brothers and sisters, in the final days, in Revelation it speaks of 144,000 Hebrews representing the 12 tribes of Yasharal. 12,000 from each of the tribes of Yasharal representing 144,000. So in order for this to be fulfilled, we must come to know our identities, my brothers, my sisters, and we will, and we are. True Yasharal is emerging, the chosen of the Almighty Father Yahuah. And we will witness out of the ministry of Yahushua Messiah being restored to the Almighty Father Yahuah, and we will witness being gathered together with Gentiles, or Gentiles gathered together with us, brought together as one in Yahushua Messiah. Yes, there will be a multitude of many nations, kindreds, and tongues, tribes, who seek to do the will of the Almighty Father, that will come, and we will be gathered together as one. We will be gathered from the four corners of the earth. Do not be dismayed thinking it's just going to be Hebrews or Bari. Do not think that the Almighty Father will just save his chosen people in terms of the Abari or Hebrew, or descendants of Abraham, Yitzhak, and Yaakov, whose name was changed to Yasharal. But salvation, restoration into fellowship with him, is offered to all men, women, and children through Yahushua Messiah, and we are grafted together as one in one body. With that said, my brothers and sisters, let me continue on with the segment, the multi-part segment entitled Fears of the Journey. I want to pause for a minute and say thank you. Todah Rabbah. Thank you for your tolerance, your patience, your endurance in listening to these words. I pray that all that is set apart is made alive, and anything that is not set apart in these words are shed, are purged, are laid waste. With that said, this is part 4 of Fears of the Journey. I will make a playlist, my brothers and sisters, for those of you who would prefer to listen to this in sequence or sequential order. On the matter of fear, allow me to read the following. Deuteronomy 1:21 reads, See, Yahuwah, your Elohim has set the land before you. Go up and possess it as Yahuwah Elohim of your fathers has spoken to you. Do not fear nor be discouraged. Deuteronomy 1:21. I submit to you, my brothers and sisters, so as it was in the days of Moshe, or Moses, or Mashyach, or Musa, so will we witness in the coming days ahead as we are gathered from the four corners of the earth, possessing the land that is promised. We will not fear. We will not become discouraged. We will wrestle with those emotions, but the power and might of the Most High will bring confidence of what we are to do. Proverbs 1:7 say, the fear of Yahuwah is the beginning of knowledge. Fools despise wisdom and discipline. Proverbs 129 through 133 says, because they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of Yahuwah. They did not accept my counsel. They despised all my reproof. Therefore let them eat the fruit of their own way and be filled with their own counsels. For the turning away of the simple slays them, and the complacency of fools destroys them. But whoever listens to me dwells safely, and it is at ease from the dread of evil. And is at ease from the dread of evil. Proverbs 3:7 says, do not be wise in your own eyes. Fear Yahuwah and turn away from evil. Now, brothers, I want to pause for a minute, because there are many people that will throw that out. Sometimes they throw that out in an attack on one that is obedient to the Spirit of Yahusha, thinking that that person is being wise in their own eyes, void of bearing witness that it is indeed the Spirit of Yahusha speaking through one of his. Yes, the swiftness of words, the swiftness of throwing scriptures around is among us. Moving on, Proverbs 8:13 say, the fear of Yahuwah is to hate evil. I've hated pride and arrogance, and the evil way, and the perverse mouth. Proverbs 9:10 says, the fear of Yahuwah is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the set apart one is understanding. Proverbs 14:26 say, in the fear of Yahuwah is strong trust, and his children have a place of refuge. Let me also add Matthew 10:28. Do not fear those who kill the body but are unable to kill the being. But do not fear those who kill the body but are unable to kill the being, but rather fear him who is able to destroy both being and body in Gehenna, or hell. Luke 12:32 reads, do not fear, little flock, because your Father did delight to give you the rain. My brothers and sisters, understanding the fear of the Most High, understanding fear or experiencing fears is not wrong if it indeed represents the fear of the Almighty Yahuwah. By now there are brothers and sisters who are experiencing fears of the journey ahead, the demands that are placed upon us, the orders, the commands regarding our final exodus. I fear Yahuwah's set-apart spirit, sent in Yahusha's name. Indeed, I do. I unequivocally and no doubtedly will not hesitate to admit my fears for the journey, of the journey. Yes, I am beginning to embark on the next step of my life, the journey of this physical being, as I believe I am ordered by Yahusha. Do I have anxieties and fears? I do. I fear the Almighty Yahuwah. I want to make sure my timing is precise. I want to make sure I'm going about it the way he is expecting me to respond. I fear, my brothers and sisters. I know of no other way to turn, as I stated earlier. Therefore, I will pursue and continue to pursue my plans to move forward, to be among the ranks of those who will be gathered in the state of Virginia, if you're in the United States. If you are in South America or Canada or any other countries, Australia or China or Japan or Europe, I believe you will receive convictions moving to the outermost perimeter, the outermost borders that point to the region where life began. And you will find guidance and direction, and there will be leaders who will rise up. You may move one by one. You may find yourself gathered in masses. I have seen in my belief that the Most High have shown me, that the Spirit of Yahushua have revealed to me, that in the United States, those who are Yehuda and from other tribes of Yasharal will gather in the state of Virginia sooner than we realize. Soon we will witness an emergence of leaders like never before. Soon, I believe soon, the identities of the two witnesses will be made known. We will see a display of power like we have never before seen in the world, and the world leaders will return us to our homeland. Yasharal will return to the homeland. The world will let my people go, will let us go. I believe the Most High has shown me, through the Spirit of Yahushua has shown me, that the world will assist with placing us as they are ordered For as we will journey, many of us, by ships to the promised land, the world will assist, world leaders will assist in an effort to move us out of the way so that they can make every attempt to enlarge and execute their plan of one world government, a beast system, a leader who will be known as the anti-Mashyach or the Antichrist. Pray and watch, my brothers and sisters. Allow me to also share Matthew 14:16 through 20 reads, But Yahusha said to them, They do not need to go away. Give them to eat yourselves. And they said to him, We have here only 5 loaves and 2 fish. And he said, Bring them here to me. And commanding the crowds to sit down on the grass, and taking the 5 loaves and the 2 fish, and looking up into heaven, he blessed and broke and gave the loaves to the taught ones, and the taught ones gave to the crowd. And all ate and were satisfied, and they picked up the pieces left over, 12 baskets filled. I know, my brothers and sisters, some of you might say, well, where is he going? Seems like he stepped over into left field when the subject is fears of the journey. I submit to you, my brothers and sisters, that as scriptures become alive, they can be as a flowing river, flowing with life. And I believe with all my heart that if you read where the Mashyach fed the multitude, many people magnify how and marvel at how he fed so many from only 5 loaves and 2 fish, or from only a small quantity, depending on what passage of scripture you are reading. Many marvel and talk about that. In many circles and many religious groups, they preach on him feeding the multitude. But how many talk about how the Mashyach, the Messiah, ordered his taught ones to pick up the pieces? How many talk about the pieces left over in the 12 baskets that were filled? Referencing Matthew 14:20. Or if you read in Mark 6, chapter, verse 36 to 43, verse 43, how many talk about the pieces, the crumbs that were gathered and filled 12 baskets? I submit to you, my brothers and sisters, I am compelled to believe that in this passage represents the 12 tribes of Yasharal, picked at, abused, ideas and innovations stolen from them, wisdom taken from them, stripped of many things, a slave to many, and tossed aside, splintered, scattered as pieces, as crumbs. I submit to you that embedded in this passage is the pieces being gathered and filling 12 baskets. 12 baskets, similar to the 12 tribes of Yasharal. Pieces gathered together. And it says in Mark, from fish. Are we not aware that man has been compared to fish when the Mashyach said, I will make you fishers of men? I'm compelled to believe, my brothers and sisters, with all my heart, mind, body, and soul, that if you seek the living life in this passage, you may discover there is some truth. There is a message there for Yasharal. For after man have picked over us and gnawed at us and stolen from us and stripped us of our identities for many years, we will see the pieces gathered together, the pieces of life, life of a living body, a living vessel of Yahuwah Messiah, Yahusha Messiah, through the Almighty Father Yahuah. They are one, my brothers and sisters, but I have no doubt that it is important that we acknowledge Yahuwah through Yahusha Messiah, for to ignore Yahusha Messiah is to ignore the plan of the Almighty Father Yahuah. We will witness coming together, my brothers and sisters. Truly, it will be an amazing time. Who is able to see that we may be gathered together, some one by one, some together in masses, but at one point in time, at some points in time, we will see groups coming together. I believe without a doubt, my brothers and sisters, we will see people, small camps, growing into larger camps, to even much larger camps, and then we will begin to witness, even though there are brothers and sisters who may be near the region where we will be gathered, there will be mass groups, there will be a mass exodus, there will be chosen leaders of the Most High, Pray and watch, my brothers and sisters. Who is able to discern what is about to take place? If you are able to see clearly the reality of what is to come, then I believe without a doubt you will witness experiencing fears of the journey. I believe, my brothers and sisters, there will be forced migrations, as I stated over and over again. I believe that the earth will roll up, the habitable places on the planet will roll up like a scroll, like I have stated before. Pray and watch, my brothers and sisters. If you doubt these words, consider where life began in the Garden of Eden, as I have mentioned before, and consider where it will end somewhere near the valley of Megiddo, where all these wicked nations gathered together to march against Yahusha. Somewhere within that greater region, and I think the region would be near the Mount Sinai, which is commonly known as Jabal al-Laws. If you doubt this, consider what Revelation states in 6:8 and 9:18, speaks of many deaths. If you do the math, this will equate to billions killed and destroyed. Yes, my brothers and sisters, the habitable places on this planet will be destroyed, except for the final area that will fulfill what has been written. And that region will be the region we know as the Middle East, or the region that some acknowledges as Northeast Africa. Our final exodus comes. Fears of the journey will rise among us, but as we are weakened, we will find ourselves humbled. As we become mentally, physically, and spiritually and emotionally weak, we will find that the Spirit of the Almighty Father through Yahushua Messiah will rise up within us, and with the strength and power and might of set apartness, we will emerge. We will see chosen leaders led by the Spirit of Yahushua Messiah. They will rise, they will emerge. We will witness the final shepherds of Yahusha gather the people, the children, our brothers and sisters from the four corners of the earth, as directed by the Almighty Father. Behold, my brothers and sisters, behold, the day of Yahushua Messiah draws near. Our final exodus is soon to be. I will say this again, comfort will come in discerning and understanding what must and will be done. To he who has ears to hear and eyes to see, to you who is able to escape the bombardment of rhetoric or the multiple words and mistranslations of prophecy, to you who are freed from strongholds, to you who will come away from empty words, by discovering the living instructions, guidance, orders, and commands from the Almighty Father Yahuah, the Yahushua Messiah, it is to you I pray that we are able to endure until the very end. Pray, my brothers and sisters. Fears of the journey will prove to be a part of our passage. Pray and watch. We will discover comfort. We will discover the strength, the power, promises kept by the Almighty Father. Choose wisely how you will respond to this message. Choose wisely which direction you will go. Choose wisely of whether you will stay still or begin to move. As for me and my household, we will seek to obey, and we believe the time will come when we will rest in the state of Virginia upon crossing the ocean towards the promised land. We, along with many others who will be guided, are being refined, are being prepared for that final exodus. There will be no need to argue or fight. There will be those who will try to use a democratic process and say, let's take a vote. There will be those who will be influenced and saying, well, where are the majority of people and want to go where the crowds are? There will be those who will be drawn by witnessing the power and might of the Almighty Father that lines up with end-time prophecy, that lines up with Scripture being demonstrated. But there will be some who will be purged from the camp. There will be some who will not be allowed in the camp. And there will be camps that some are in that they will come away and find themselves drawn together by the living presence of the Spirit of Yahusha working through his chosen leaders and sent messages. Prepare, O Yahusha, prepare to witness. Arise in the presence of the set-apart children of Yahusha. Prepare to witness the set-apart children who will represent the 144,000 and the multitude mentioned in Revelation 7th chapter. Prepare to witness something most extraordinary, something phenomenal, something powerful. Prepare, my brothers and sisters, for the time is at hand when all folly all sluggishness, all slumber will come to an end among the children of the Most High. We will learn to adjust and adapt to living leadership chosen by the Almighty Father Yahuah. We'll adapt to the reproof. We will adapt to the set apartness that is demanded, that is ordered of us from our Almighty Father through Yahushua Messiah. The chosen leaders of Yahushua will be firm. They will execute right rulings and judgment. They will deliver the messages and words as they are directed by the Almighty One. Pray and watch. We will see what true messengers of the Most High resemble. The identities of the two witnesses will come to be present, and we will witness the last two shepherds of Yahusha execute judgment, right rulings, and demonstrate what is necessary for us to come together as one under the banner of Yahusha and Yahushua Messiah. Until next time, my brothers and sisters, you have been listening to Yahusha's Time. Fears of the journey. They will come, they will rise, but let the fear be the fear of the Most High Yahuah. You will discover comfort. You will discover strength and power, and we will learn not to fear man. And in our fear of the Almighty, we will fall into obedience and true worship. We will come to identify what is expected of us. Until next time, my brothers and sisters, this concludes the multi-part segment, Fears of the Journey. I want to salute your patience, your tolerance, your endurance, your quest for set apartness. I pray that you discover and find all that is set apart, all that is righteous, all that is true. Until next time, my brothers and sisters, I invite you to continue to stay tuned to Yahusha's Time. Shalom, shalom, shalom.